let's start. Last week I've been reading the implementation of SPDK and F2FS for some exploration on how they do capture collection or defragmentations. That's me. And next step would be to investigate on the LBA implementation and segment cleaner to figure out what we need to do to collect the necessary information for performing more effective garbage collection. One thing I can think of is to add a sequence ID, which is a monotonically increasing number whenever we have a write, and track it on the global, on the device wide, and also track it on the block wide or segment wide.
I mean, we do that already.
For each block or each segment, not exact segment, for each block or more finer grained unit.
Yeah, its position in the journal stream tells you its age, because we always write to the head of the journal. Okay. Also, it's possible you're getting very ahead of where SeaStore is. At the moment, we actually just need it not to crash. That's probably the first thing. And then measuring its behavior and trying to identify problems would be better, I think. Like, we don't want to start...
With the existing implementation of a segment cleaner, we don't crash, right? Because
we definitely crash. SeaStore currently can only complete like 2 IOs before crashing. Like, we have a great deal of work to do before it even basically performs work. I was suggesting that you might want to start messing with it, observing the crashes, and then trying to fix them. Although at the moment, it would probably be better not to work on that part either, since I'm working on adding the interruptible future part to SeaStore.
Do you think it's a proper way to create some mocks?
What's that?
Mocks to mock the behavior of the.
Not really. I mean, that's a hypothetical way to make progress, but you'd be writing a garbage collector for your box, not for any system that actually exists.
Yes, I guess I have to agree with you. Yes.
I think it might be better to find something else to work on for a while until SeaStore is a little bit further along.
Like surviving hundreds of IOs. Yes.
Well, I mean, we know why it's crashing. It's not like that's a mystery. It's because the V-again handling isn't particularly clean, which is why I'm adding interruptible futures to SeaStore.
But presumably, I think you are working on it by introducing the
interruptible futures. Yeah.
Yes.
So it might be better to wait for a while until that's done. It's taking me a while because it turns out to be a substantial refactor. The interruptible error rater stuff kind of is very incomplete. I'm having to write a lot of it.
Okay.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong, researching garbage collection techniques is always useful, but...
yeah, I know what I mean.
Chunmei's been able to get it to, as long as you're not trying to run the OSD itself, and you're using the FIO tool that just exercises transaction manager, that's reasonably stable. So you might be able to get interesting information that way. But that's where I think you should start. I think you should start with empirical observation of how SeaStore actually behaves, and then start formulating strategies for what you think the segment cleaner should do differently. I think the biggest single difference, though, will be what Zhuihan's working on, which is doing garbage collection of long-lived segments to a different extent. That machinery is being added currently by Zhuihan right now. Once that exists, it'll be easier to add further heuristics, I think.
Yes, be able to write to multiple segments is the building block for more efficient garbage collection.
In the sense that you can age segregate extents, yes. So we're adding that machinery, or Zhuihan's adding that machinery right now.
Okay, I'll talk to him to see what I can do. And that's me, Chunmei.
Root cause the O-tree read invalid states, and we update the PR according to the comments soon. and onNode tree get onNode got no entry. Kefu, you give a solution, but I still met that problem. I still sometimes, and I'm still tracing on it, and sometimes the SeaStore start up and I can create the pool, and when I run the FIO testing, the reactor report stored there, so the testing cannot continue. So just the output report reactor stored there. So when I fix the onNode tree no entry, I will continue on the reactor stored issue. That's all.
But when reactor store detector identify a store, it always print out the backtrace either in other symbols. A serial of the symbols
I
printed
many numbers, but I didn't pay attention to the numbers. So many, some number. Yeah.
Yeah, that number is address. You need to reformat it and paste it to fit it to the address to line utility.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm probably another way to address it is to disable the fatal signal handler and let the ASEN do its job. Because if I recall correctly, ASEN always is able to print out the backtrace before we introduce fatal error. I'm not sure how fatal signal handler interfere with this problem.
So you mean when I build enable the async?
ASEN. It's because I vaguely recall that you always have built the tree with build the release build, right? But I still encourage you to build the debug build.
Yeah, currently I use the debug build. I use debug build, but the reactor no backtrace, just some numbers print out.
Yeah.
So do you know how to get the backtrace from the numbers?
The safe bet is to use to reformat it in a text editor and copy and paste it to address to line.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And another way I would suggest to try out ASEN. Even though you built the release build, you could enable ASEN.
Okay. Okay, I will try. Thank you. Yeah, that's all.
Ronan.
Hi, everybody. Scrubbing, working on minor problems with the next step, which is refactoring of the Scrub backend. Almost ready for trying to making it into a PR. And thanks to Sam this morning helped me understand something. I have a fix to a previous PR. That's it for me.
Sam?
Yep. I am bugging through the LBA implementation, converting it to an interruptible future. I'm just hitting a bunch of stuff in interruptible aerator that isn't really implemented. So I'm adding unit tests as I go and backfilling stuff. That's it.
Shihan.
I was still debugging the extend placement manager. I run into a GCC bug, I guess, and it took me some time to overcome it. Actually, I didn't overcome it. I downgraded my my GCC version from 10 to 9, and it works now. I think I can push the PR this week. That's all for me.
I have finished the work to extend the tree node size and also implement insert upper bounds. And the PI is now ready for review. And that's me.
Hello, Aaron. Anything you want to share with us?
1 second. A question.
Oh, sorry.
A question to what was said earlier. If we need to be able to compile with 10, with GCC 10. This is.
Yeah, we'll have to work around the bug, whatever it is.
Yeah, I can help with it once it compiles.
Okay.
Aaron, anything you can share with us?
Hi, sorry. I think you're asking me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry. Nice to meet you. Actually, I just starting all the stuff, and yeah, I have nothing much to share. Anyway, nice to join you guys. Yeah.
Welcome.
Maybe in the next meeting onwards, I will have something meaningful to share to you guys. Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Anything else? Nope. Okay, have a good time and talk to you later.
All right, later.
See you.
Thank you.
See you.
Yeah.